Have you ever thought that the very things we believe are good for our health can become the silent enemy of our body? I once witnessed that in a very close friend. He was over 60 years old, lived a healthy life, worked in the garden, drank juice every day, and used herbs with the belief that nature was certainly harmless. But then sleepless nights due to constant trips to the bathroom, the feeling of not being able to urinate completely, and the dull pain made him collapse. Test results showed that his prostate had a serious problem, and the most surprising thing was that a familiar herb that he had trusted for so long was the hidden culprit. That story startled me and raised a question. Do we really understand what we are putting into our bodies every day? I understand that at this age, what we want most is stable health so that we can live happily, peacefully with our children, friends, and enjoy the wonderful days of retirement. We are willing to spend money and effort to find the best solutions for ourselves, but that is why we need to be more alert and careful with what we put into our bodies. In this video, I not only share Tom's story, but also want to explore with you a little-known truth. These are 7 herbs that many people believe are good for health, but can be silent enemies of the prostate, especially for men over 50 years old. All the information I share is based on scientific research from reputable medical organizations. Let's learn together to protect our own health home. You know, prostate health is a big concern for middle-aged and older men. According to the American Cancer Society, more than 70% of men over 60 have benign prostatic hyperplasia, BPH, and the risk of prostate cancer also increases significantly. That's why many people turn to natural solutions, believing that herbs are benign and safer than Western medicine. We grow up with stories about folk medicinal plants, traditional remedies, and we believe in the magic of Mother Nature. But the truth is that not everything natural is harmless. Many herbs contain powerful active compounds that can affect hormones, the digestive system, and even the circulatory system, causing unwanted side effects. This topic is especially important because it involves our daily choices. Every morning when you decide to take another supplement, you are making a decision that can affect your long-term health. What is within our control is the daily choice of what to eat and drink. What is beyond our control is the outcome. But if we plant good seeds, the probability of receiving sweet fruit is much higher. Equipping ourselves with knowledge to know which ones to avoid and which ones to take is an act of taking control of our lives. A good seed that we can plant every day. This is not a lesson for us to panic, but a reminder for us to become smarter and more proactive in our journey of self-care. Now let's explore 7 herbs that you should be especially careful with. 1. Saw palmetto. When it comes to herbs for the prostate, the first name that comes to many people's minds is saw palmetto. Indeed, for many years, it has been heavily promoted as a miracle cure for prostate enlargement symptoms. But the truth behind it is not so simple. A friend of mine, John, told me that he took saw palmetto for 5 years, believing that it would keep his prostate healthy. But then he started to feel tired and sometimes dizzy. John was very confused because he thought he was doing something good for himself. Scientific studies, especially a large study by the U.S. National Institutes of Health, have shown that the effectiveness of saw palmetto in treating BPH, benign prostatic hyperplasia, is unclear. Many clinical trials have shown that saw palmetto is no better than a placebo. More worryingly, some studies have shown that overuse of saw palmetto can cause side effects such as digestive disorders, headaches, and dizziness. More importantly, if you are taking blood thinners, saw palmetto can increase the risk of bleeding, which can be life-threatening. So what is appropriate here? I think it is too much of anything is not always better. Moderation is the key to health. Health does not come from stuffing your body with too much, but from balance and smart choices. Do not take any herbal medicine without consulting your doctor. 2. Yohimbe bark. Next up is yohimbe, an herb native to Africa that is often touted as an instant fix for male enhancement. Sounds appealing, right? But anything that is quick and easy is often risky. Yohimbe works by stimulating the sympathetic nervous system, increasing heart rate and blood pressure. This can cause serious side effects, especially in people with a history of heart disease or high blood pressure. It may seem like you're getting a new lease on life, but in reality, you're taking a huge risk with your heart. The U.S. Food and Drug Administration, FDA, has repeatedly warned about supplements containing yohimbe, as they have been linked to serious side effects ranging from irregular heartbeats, heart attacks, and even kidney failure. Remember, taking care of your body is a safe, sustainable journey, not a race. We don't need things that burn out the stages, just steadfastness and endurance. Let taking care of yourself be a careful journey, not a gamble. 3. St. John's Wort. St. John's Wort is often known as an herb that improves mood and fights mild depression. But if you are taking medication for prostate problems, be careful. St. John's Wort has the ability to affect an enzyme in the liver called CYP3A4, which plays a role in metabolizing many drugs. When you take St. John's Wort, it can speed up the metabolism of the drug, causing the concentration of the drug in the blood to decrease, and the treatment's effectiveness is seriously affected. A report from Harvard Medical School has shown that St. John's Wort reduces the effectiveness of prostate enlargement drugs such as tamsulosin and finasteride. This means that even if you are following the correct dosage of the medicine, the disease is still not improving because the harmless herb has secretly weakened the effect of the medicine. Not all natural things are harmless. Wisdom is knowing what to use and what to avoid. A wise person not only knows what is beneficial for him, but also knows what to stay away from. 4. Red clover. Red clover sounds gentle and familiar, but for the prostate, it can be a threat. This herb contains a compound called phytoestrogen, which is a type of plant hormone that has a similar structure to estrogen, the female hormone. For men, the balance between testosterone and estrogen is very important. When you take large amounts of phytoestrogen from red clover, it can unbalance this hormone, reducing testosterone levels and potentially stimulating the growth of prostate cells. A study in the Journal of Urology warned about the effects of phytoestrogens on prostate cell growth. Instead of helping, it may inadvertently make prostate problems worse. Don't let red clover's cute appearance fool you. Ignorance can cost us our health. 5. Licorice. Licorice is often used in many folk remedies and even in candies and teas. It has a sweet, pleasant taste and is considered to have many benefits. But for men over 50, high doses or prolonged use of licorice can cause many problems. According to the National Center for Biotechnology Information, NCBI, licorice can reduce testosterone levels in men. In addition, it has the ability to retain water and salt in the body, leading to high blood pressure, a problem that many older people are facing. If you have high blood pressure or are at risk of prostate enlargement, uncontrolled use of licorice can make the symptoms worse. 6. Ginseng. Ginseng is considered a national treasure in traditional medicine in many Asian countries. It is believed to have the ability to nourish the body and increase vitality. But again, nourishing does not mean good in all cases. A friend of mine, Mr. Mike, used ginseng every day to improve his health. But after a while, he felt a rapid heartbeat, insomnia, and a feeling of restlessness. The doctor said that these were side effects of taking too much ginseng. With the prostate, although ginseng can bring energy, in some cases it can cause overstimulation, leading to prostate enlargement. Health does not come from greed, but from balance. Everything needs the right dose, the right time, and the right body. 7. Tribulus terrestris. Finally, we have Tribulus terrestris, an herb that is often advertised as a natural testosterone booster. The claim sounds appealing to any man. But the truth is, many clinical trials have shown that Tribulus terrestris is ineffective in increasing testosterone. Furthermore, some studies have shown that it can cause unwanted side effects, including the risk of liver and kidney damage with long-term use. You may believe the flashy advertising, but always listen to your body and look for scientific evidence. So, we have gone through 7 herbs that you need to pay special attention to. I hope this information will help you have a more comprehensive and cautious view. Remember, our body is a house. That house needs to be protected by understanding, by wise choices, not by risky experiments. We cannot build a solid house by randomly using any material that we think is good. Health is not something we take for granted. It is a result of efforts, care, and the right choices every day. So instead of just looking for miracle solutions from herbs, start with the basics, but with long-term effects. Balanced nutrition. Eat lots of green vegetables, fruits, nuts, and healthy fats. Exercise regularly. Spend 30 minutes a day walking, doing yoga, or gardening. Regular health checkups. Don't be afraid to see a doctor and do the necessary tests, especially the PSA prostate-specific antigen test. Live simply, choose the good, avoid the bad. Today's initiative will be tomorrow's freedom and peace. Let our old age be years of freedom, of peace, of living every moment to the fullest, not days of worrying about health. If this video brings you useful knowledge, if Tom's story and the information I share have helped you gain a new perspective, please support with a like, subscribe to the channel, and share this video with friends, relatives, especially the men you love. Who knows? Just a small action of yours today, a sharing can help someone avoid unnecessary risks and protect their health. Thank you for listening. See you in the next video.